Hi students, welcome to Easy Chemistry by Pathan, and today we are going to discuss very important concept in organic chemistry, that is Markovnikov's rule. So this rule you learn in your first PUC as well as in second PUC. Especially you learn in first PUC hydrocarbons lesson, that is in alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes. So what Markovnikov rule will give information how to solve questions based on Markovnikov rule in competitives easily. Look here. First we'll go for Markovnikov rule in detail. In this video I am going to explain up to JEE advanced level for Markovnikov rule applications. Let me discuss. Addition of a protic acid HX means HCl, HBr, like that. These are protic acid. Protic acid you know very well. Protic acid is an acid which can capable to donate H plus. So addition of protic acid to an asymmetric alkene or alkyne. So we can discuss Markovnikov rule towards alkenes or alkynes when a protic acid is added. Then what happened? The acid hydrogen means H plus get attached to the carbon with more number of hydrogen and halide group attached to the carbon with more number of substituent. Clear? Or less number of hydrogens. More number of alkyl substituent or less number of hydrogens. Both are same only. Don't get confused. So halide get attached to less number of hydrogens, carbon or more alkyl substituent. Hydrogen attached where more hydrogens are present to the carbon. So more alkyl substituent nothing but less number of hydrogen. Less number of hydrogen. That you remember. Less number of hydrogen atoms. Clear? More alkyl substituents nothing but less number of hydrogen atoms. Means halogen attacking at the carbon with less number of hydrogen. Hydrogen attack at where the carbon with more number of hydrogens. But this is also very important. This you remember. Halogen atom get attached where more alkyl substituents are present. Not only less number of hydrogen. Both are useful. Now I am going to explain with examples. Here I am taking an example. See, we have to take asymmetrical alkene, not symmetrical. Not symmetrical. CH3 bond CH double bond CH2. This is alkene. Propanol we are calling propene. What we are calling? Propene. So we have to take protic acid. We have to take protic acid. Here I am taking HBr in the presence of CCl4. Carbon tetrachloride presence. HBr. Hydrogen bromide. You know halogens are more electronegative. This is del minus and this is del plus. Now Markovnikov rule explaining to us negative part is attached where lesser number of hydrogens are present. Hydrogen attached where more number of hydrogens are present. But here you are getting two products. One is major product, another is minor product. For example, if hydrogen can attach here one product or here one product, Means first we have to break this double bond. Then what you are getting? CH3 bond, CH single bond, CH2. Now this carbon, we have free valency. Two carbons are having the valency free. That's why this hydrogen or bromine can attach here or here. Two chances, two vacancies are there now. One time it will attack here and one time attack here. So now you are getting two products. So here we have two vacancies. So this is now here one vacancy is there, here one vacancy is there. Then you are getting two products. For example, first hydrogen will attack here. Then you are getting bromine will attack here. So CH3 bond, CH bond, Br bond, CH3. See, this is 2-bromopropane. 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 One product we got. And another chance we have. This bromine can attack here and this hydrogen can attack here. So CH3 bond, CH2 bond, CH2 Br. This is you are getting 1-bromopropane. 1-bromopropane. So we got two products. What we got? Two products. 2-bromopropane, 1-bromopropane. Two chances we have whether hydrogen can attack with this carbon or this carbon. Why? Because two vacancies are there. Here one vacant and here one vacant is there. But the Markovnikov rule explaining that the negative part of the addendum means halide group get attached at the carbon with more alkyl substituent. See here. Here it attached first. 1-bromopropane we got. 1-bromopropane. And when bromine attached here, 2-bromo. See here, halide atom attached here, the middle carbon. Now two substituents are there here, both sides. Here, this is total one substituent. So, where more substituents are there, that is major product. Where less substituents are there, that is minor product. Remember, when halogen atom or halogen group attached where more number of alkyl groups are attached to the carbon, that is major product. Where lesser number of alkyl groups are there, this is total one group now. This is minor product. So when alkenes undergo addition reaction, this is addition reaction, remember. We are adding hydrogen and bromine. So here when we break the bond, two vacancies we got. Hydrogen can attack here or here. Bromine also can attack here or here. That's why we got two products. But which is major product means where bromine or chlorine, halogen gets attached to the carbon. If that carbon having more number of substituents, that is the major product. Less number of substituent is minor product. This bromine attached to this carbon. This is now one ethyl group. One group is only there. See, this bromine attached to this carbon. Here one methyl group is there and here one methyl group is there. Two methyl groups means two alkyl groups. Here one alkyl group. One alkyl. So the halogen atom which get attached to the carbon, if that carbon having more number of substituents, that is alkyl groups, that is the major. Less number of substituent, that is minor product. That you have to remember. Major and minor. I am going to take another example now. Example number 2. So here I am giving with the different examples. This time I am taking CH3, CH3 bond C double bond CH2 bond CH3. This is we got now. So 2-methyl propene. What is the compound? 2-methyl prop 1-ene. This is subjected to undergo reaction with HBr and CCl4. 2-methyl prop 1-ene or 2-methyl propene. Now we have the chance to break first this bond. CH3 bond C, CH3 single bond CH2. Now here one vacancy is there. Here one vacancy is there for carbon. So this hydrogen can attack here or here. This bromine can attach here or here. Now two products you are writing. Two products. See product 1 I am writing. First hydrogen attacking here. Bromine here. So CH3 bond C, CH3. Here one vacancy we are filling with bromine bond CH2 and this hydrogen attacked here CH3. Now you got 2-methyl 2-bromo or 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. This is one product. And another product we got. Another product. CH3 bond C, CH3 and this time hydrogen attacking here means CH bond CH2Br. Two products we got. According to Markovnikov rule, bromine or halogen attached carbon, if the halogen attached carbon having more alkyl groups, that product is major. See, this bromine attached to this carbon. How many alkyl groups are there? This is total one alkyl group. Now come to here. This bromine attached to this carbon. This carbon attached with 3 alkyl groups. So first one is the major product. Next one is the minor product. So this is major product and this is minor product. I repeat, halogen attached carbon having more number of alkyl groups or substituents, that is the major. Here bromine attached carbon having 3 alkyl groups. Here bromine attached carbon having this total one group, isopropyl group, one group only. But here methyl, 3 groups. Here one group. So where more number of substituents are there to the carbon, that is the major one. This is Markovnikov rule, identification of major and minor product. Let me go for another example. This time I am explaining with another different. Example number 3. Go for here. CH3 bond CH bond CH3 double bond CH2 giving rise to HBr in the presence of CCl4. Now I am asking what is the major product and what is the minor product. Major and minor product. Very simple. No need to write like this. Where the carbon with more number of substituents. See, first I am writing breaking of double bond CH3. First you write like this. Then confusion will be reduced. CH3 break this bond CH2. Here one vacancy we have, but here now vacancy not there. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4. only one vacancy. Previously we are getting always two vacancies. That's why both can attach. But now here we don't have vacancy. We don't have vacancy. That's why we have to create the vacancy here. This is you have to take C only, not CH. And now here one vacancy is there. Here one vacancy. This is only C, not CH. So now two vacancies we have. Here one vacancy and here one vacancy. Hydrogen can attach here or here. But the major product with more number of substituents. More number of substituents. Go for here. The major product I am writing CH3 bond C, CH3 bond Br bond CH3. So bromine atom will attach where more number of substituents are present. See this carbon having 1, 2. More substituent, but this carbon total isopropyl group only. So bromine directly attached here. So you have to remember that bromine will get attached where more substituents alkyl groups are present. That is the major product. Let I am taking with one alkyne. Alkyne also will discuss. Alkyne also will discuss. Alkyne group means triple bond with a triple bonded carbon. Triple bonded carbon. Go for here I am taking an example. CH3 bond C triple bond CH giving rise to HBr in the presence of CCl4. This is the given reaction and we have to write the major product. Very simple. First you have to break one pi bond. Then you are getting CH3 bond C double bond CH. Now here one vacancy and here one vacancy is there. So H can attach here or here. So two products you are getting. Product number 1 CH3 bond C. This is Br double bond CH2. Am I right? This is one product you are getting. One product. And another product you are getting. Another product CH3 bond CH double bond CH Br. Am I right? So one time it will attach bromine here, one time here. Now two products we got. This is 2 bromopropene. This is 1 bromopropene. Halogen atom attached carbon having here 2 substituents. Here total 1 substituent. So this is the major product. This is the major product. So we have here the major product and this is we have the minor product. Like this we can break the bonds. And let me go for some little bit more difficulty level questions. Little bit. Go for here. I am taking now CH3 bond C CH3 bond CH3 single bond C double bond CH2 clear. You got now? And you go for here CH. See here 1 2 3 4 ones. So all valences are present and this is the reactant given they are asking which is the major product. HBr in the presence of CCl4, what is the product? Or which is the major product? Now first I am breaking double bond. When I break the double bond, what I am getting? CH3 bond C, CH3 bond, CH3 bond, CH, single bond, CH2. Here one vacancy and here one vacancy is there. Now bromine get attached here and hydrogen here. Next time here bromine, here hydrogen. But that is the wrong product. Wrong product. Why? Because see here, this is one carbocation. We have here 1 degree carbocation. This is 1 degree carbocation. And this is 2 degree carbocation. So here, if here you see this carbon bonded with 1, 2, 3, 4 means quaternary carbocation is there. That's why immediately this methyl group will shift to here. Methyl group will shift to here. When this methyl shifted here, here you are getting 3 degree. This is we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift. When it is moving to here, methyl, then here carbocation you are getting, then here one hydrogen, here one bromine. So generally when we break the bond, here bromine and here hydrogen, or here bromine, here hydrogen we are attaching. That is the wrong. We have to see the both side, more stable carbocation whether forming or not. See here, this is 2 degree carbocation now. This is primary. But if you shift this methyl shift, then here 3 degree you are getting. That's why first methyl shift. CH3 bond C, CH3. This methyl will shift to here. Then here you are getting carbocation bond CH, CH3 bond CH2. Clear? This is we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift. 1, 2 methyl shift. What is the meaning for 1, 2 methyl shift means? Methyl or hydride shift always shifting to adjacent only. Here to here, here to here, here to here. So remember, whether methyl shift or hydride shift, shifting to adjacent carbon only, to left side or right side. That's why that is we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift, not IUPAC. 1, 1, 2, 3 like that. So methyl or hydride shift takes place to adjacent carbon. That's why we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift. Now we have the vacancy here. Now bromine can attack here or here. Hydrogen can attack here or here. Then two products you are getting. Two products. So product 1, CH3 bond C, CH3 bromine attack here, bond C, bond CH and CH3 bond CH3. This is one product you got. That is product number 2. CH3 bond C, CH3 bond hydrogen bond CH, CH3 bond CH2 Br. Now halogen atom attached carbon here having 1, 2, 3 alkyl groups. Here halogen attached carbon having only one group. Again isopropyl group. This is total one group. So this is we are calling major product, and this is we are calling minor product. So halogen attached carbon having If halogen attached carbon having more substituents, that is the major, less substituents, minor. This is, we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift. What we are calling 1, 2 methyl shift. Go for with another example. Example here with a different pH, means phenyl bond. Phenyl is bonded carbon CH3 bond, and here we have double bond or single bond C, double bond CH2, double bond CH2, and you go for here now 1, 2, 3, here one hydrogen is there, and here 1, 2, 3, here one hydrogen, and the major product they are asking. Major product. What is the major product? This is phenyl group, benzene ring. This carbon compound is given and they are asking major product, and this is asked in previous. First what we have to do? We have to break the bond. We are getting pH, bond C, CH3, bond hydrogen, bond CH, single bond CH2. Got now? So now here one vacancy and here one vacancy. This is 1 degree, this is 2 degree. But we have chance here another 3 degree. This is 3 degree. That's why similar here we did 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. Here methyl shift takes place. Methyl shift. Now here hydride shift. Hydride shift. 1, 2 hydride shift. Then what you are getting? This hydrogen moving to here. Then here vacancy. That's why phenyl C, CH3, here bromine, bond CH2, bond CH2, Br. Am I right? This is one product. And another product you are getting phenyl group, bond C, CH3. Now here hydrogen, already one time bromine is bonded. Now hydrogen will be bonded here. Hydrogen, bond CH2, bond CH3. CH2, Br. So here major, this is minor. This is the minor. Clear? So where the carbon with halogen atom having more substituent, here CH3. Clear? And here bromine attached, here hydrogen attached, this time here bromine attached, here hydrogen attached. This is we have here the major product. Major product. And this is minor product. Like this, any question you can do based on Markovnikov rule. Clear? So here we discussed that addition of a protic acid HX to an asymmetrical alkene or alkyne, acid hydrogen get attached to carbon with more number of hydrogen atom, and the halide group get attached to the carbon with more alkyl substituent is the major product. With the different examples we discussed. Different example we discussed here. And every time we got major and minor product. How to address major product means halogen attached carbon if having more number of alkyl groups, that is the major. That is the major product. So here we got this major product. because this bromine attached this carbon having 3 alkyl groups. So this is the major product. If this bromine attached here, that is the minor product. Minor product. So you have to remember that directly halogen atom has to attach the carbon with more substituents. If methyl shift, hydride shift required, that also you have to do. See, here we did methyl shift. Why? Because in this reactant we have 1 degree, here this is 2 degree, this is 3 degree. That's why this methyl get attached here. Here you got the vacant. Then immediately you got the carbocation here. Here bromine get attached. Then CH3 we got here. When hydrogen is here attached and bromine we attached here. And similarly same with the phenyl group. And here we have the vacancy. We did hydride shift here. Hydrogen we shifted to here. Then here free we got here free vacancy, carbocation. Clear? So bromine get attached here, hydrogen here, and here same. So you have to address in the given reactant possibility of carbocation, whether 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree. That also you have to address. Simply breaking double bond, here bromine, here hydrogen, here bromine should not. You have to see the possibility of formation of a carbocation. So in this we have to remember that 1, 2 methyl shift and 1, 2 hydride shift. So Markovnikov rule generally we are applying in rearrangement addition only. See, here rearrangement takes place now. Methyl group shifted to here. Hydrogen, that is the hydride, shifted to here. But you have to remember that Markovnikov rule will not applicable in, remember, Markovnikov rule not applicable. Markovnikov rule not applicable in free radical addition. Free radical addition reaction. Where free radicals are forming, there you should not apply Markovnikov rule. Clear? That the Markovnikov rule we are doing for only carbocation addition. Carbocation addition. Clear? Where rearrangement also possible. Rearrangement, that is hydride shift, methyl shift. So that also you have to remember. Theory question. Markovnikov rule not applicable for free radical addition reaction. It is for only carbocation addition where rearrangement possible. Rearrangement means what? 1, 2 methyl shift or 1, 2 hydride shift. Why we are calling hydride shift means here H we are removing, that is rearranging. Here methyl we are rearranging. That's why Markovnikov rule can be applicable where carbocation possible, not for free radical. In free radical mechanism, we are not applying Markovnikov rule. But what we have to apply here means, if free radical addition is there, for that we have to use anti-Markovnikov rule. Anti-Markovnikov Markovnikov rule. Remember, Markovnikov rule for carbocation addition, anti-Markovnikov rule for free radical addition. In carbocation addition, rearrangement is possible, but in free radical addition, rearrangement not possible. Rearrangement not possible. That is. So if you still having any doubts about Markovnikov rule to any extent, please make a comment. I will give answer. Thank you.